Welcome to the best 100 curious facts about the Olympic Games. Let's begin. 1. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens in 1896, with only 14 participating countries. 2. The symbol of the 5 rings represents the union of the 5 continents, and their colors, along with the white background, appear in all the world's flags. 3. The Olympic torch is lit in Olympia with the sun's rays, using a parabolic mirror, following an ancient tradition. 4. In 1980, Moscow boycotted its own games, as several Western nations did not attend due to the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. 5. The Olympic motto, Citius Altius Fortius, means faster, higher, stronger, and was devised by a friend of Baron de Coubertin. 6. The marathon commemorates the feat of the soldier Philippides, who ran from Marathon to Athens to announce a victory, although the current distance was standardized in London in 1908. 7. Only 4 athletes have won gold medals in both the Winter and Summer Games. Christa Luding-Rothenberger is one of them. 8. The original silk Olympic flag, designed by Coubertin in 1914, disappeared for decades until it was found in a suitcase. 9. The winner in ancient Greece did not receive a medal, but a wreath made of wild olive branches. 10. The 1904 Games in St. Louis stretched over 5 months, making them the longest in history. 11. Artistic gymnastics was the first sport to allow female participation in the 1900 Games. 12. The pool water in Rio 2016 turned green due to an error in adding hydrogen peroxide, which neutralized the chlorine. 13. Ray Yuri overcame childhood paralysis and won 8 gold medals in jumping events, a feat that still endures. 14. Basketball was invented by James Naismith and debuted as an Olympic sport in Berlin in 1936. 15. The gold medal is not solid gold. Since the Stockholm 1912 Games, they have been plated with 6 grams of gold. 16. The youngest athlete to win a gold medal was the Greek Demetrios Lundras at the age of 10 in gymnastics in Athens 1896. 17. The Swede Oscar Swan is the oldest medalist at 64, winning a silver in 1920. 18. The Berlin 1936 Games were the first to be televised, although only locally. 19. The javelin throw derives from a primitive hunting technique and was included in the ancient games. 20. Synchronized swimming was an Olympic sport for the first time in Los Angeles '84. 21. Great Britain's ice hockey team won gold in 1936, with players who mostly lived in Canada. 22. The opening ceremony always features the Parade of Greece first and the host country last. 23. Baron de Coubertin was inspired by the Much Wenlock Games in England to revive the Olympics. 24. The first modern Olympics did not allow the participation of women. 25. The 100-meter dash is considered the pinnacle of the Games, crowning the fastest human in the world. 26. In the ancient Games, athletes competed completely naked as a tribute to the gods. 27. The refugee Olympic team competed for the first time in Rio 2016. 28. The City of London is the only one to have hosted the Games 3 times, in 1908, 1948, and 2012. 29. The sport of tug-of-war was an Olympic event from Paris, 1900, to Antwerp, 1920. 30. The sprinter Fanny Blankers-Cohen won 4 golds in London 1948, despite being a mother of 2, which was unusual for the time. 31. Skier Alberto Tomba is one of the few to have won gold in the same events in 2 consecutive games, Calgary '88 and Albertville '92. 32. The medals for the Rio 2016 Games contained small parts of recycled metal from mirrors and bottle caps. 33. The Romanian gymnastics team found out at the airport that they could not compete in Melbourne 1956 due to the invasion of Hungary. 34. The official Olympic mascot debuted at the Munich 1972 Games. It was Voldy, a dachshund. 35. The record for most gold medals in a single games is held by Michael Phelps with 8 in Beijing 2008. 36. The Olympic torch has traveled to space on 3 occasions before the Winter Games. 37. The Japanese Takashi Ono competed in 4 consecutive games and won medals in each one. 38. The Olympic Village houses all the athletes, and in Barcelona, 1,992. It was built next to the sea. 39. The Unified Team, composed of former Soviet republics, competed in Albertville and Barcelona. 40. The 4-year rule between games was broken in 1994 when it was decided to alternate winter and summer games every 2 years. Then 41. Hungarian swimmer Alfred Hayos won 2 golds in Athens 1896 and later became an award-winning architect for stadium design. 42. The women's marathon event was not included until the Los Angeles '84 Games. 43. The Swedish shooter Oskar Swan competed at 64 years old and is the oldest medalist. 44. The Romanian gymnast Nadia Comaneci was the first to obtain a perfect score of 10 in Montreal '76. 45. The United States men's basketball team did not lose a single game from Berlin 36 to Munich 72. 46. The Olympic flame was accidentally extinguished by the wind in Montreal '76 and was relit with a cigarette lighter. 47. King Constantine of Greece was a gold medalist in sailing in Rome 1960. 48. The South African athlete Caster Semenya competed under controversy due to her testosterone level. 49. The sport of taekwondo was incorporated as an official sport in Sydney 2000. 50. The city of Atlanta hosted the 1,996 games on the centenary of the modern games. 51. Long-distance runner Emil Zatopek won gold in the 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters, and the marathon in Helsinki 52, an unprecedented triple feat. 52. The Olympic flag flies in the village throughout the competition and is lowered at the closing ceremony. 53. The Cameroon football team won gold in Sydney 2000, defeating Spain with a penalty kick goal. 54. Fencing is the only sport that has been in all modern Olympic Games. 55. American diver Greg Louganis hit his head on the springboard in Seoul '88 and still won the gold medal. 56. The photo finish was first used at the Stockholm 1912 Games. 57. The oldest athlete to compete was the Japanese equestrian Hiroshi Hoketsu at 71 years old in London 2012. 58. Soviet gymnast Larisa Latinina holds the record for most Olympic medals in gymnastics with 18. 59. Cuban boxer Teófilo Stevenson is one of 3 boxers to win 3 consecutive golds. 60. The decathlon event is contested over 2 days and evaluates 10 different disciplines. 61. The Indian hockey team won 6 consecutive golds from Amsterdam 28 to Melbourne 56. 62. The closing ceremony includes a symbolic passage to the next host city. 63. The athlete of Czechoslovakian origin Emil Zatopek and his wife Dana Zatopkova both won gold medals on the same day in Helsinki. 64. The Mexican weightlifter Soraya Jimenez was the first woman from her country to win a gold in Sydney 2000. 65. The Jamaican bobsleigh team captivated the world in Calgary '88 and inspired a movie. 66. The Olympic torch was carried to the bottom of the sea in the Great Barrier Reef before Sydney 2000. 67. The British tennis player Andy Murray is the only one to win 2 consecutive gold medals in singles, London 2012 and Rio 2016. 68. American gymnast Mary Lou Retton was the first outside of Eastern Europe to win gold in the all-around competition. 69. Beach handball was an exhibition sport at the Beijing 2008 Games. Nessie Wiesis. 70. The Dutch athlete Fanny Blankers-Koen was known as the Flying Housewife due to her age and status. 71. Canoe slalom is contested on white water and requires extreme precision. 72. The city of Beijing is the only one to have organized both summer and winter games. 73. The United States rugby team won gold in Paris 1924 without having scored a single try in the final. 74. The 50-kilometer race walk is the longest event in athletics by duration. 75. The Italian diver Klaus DiBiase was the first to win 3 consecutive golds in the same event. By 76, Soviet gymnast Olga Korbut popularized the most risky maneuvers and changed the sport forever. 77. The Hungary vs. USSR water polo match in Melbourne. 56 became known as the Blood in the Water match amidst the Hungarian Revolution. 78. Sailing was the first sport to allow professionals in the games. 79. The Jamaican athlete Usain Bolt is the only one to win the 100 meters and 200 meters in 3 consecutive games. 80. The mascot Kobe of Barcelona 92 was designed by Javier Mariscal and is one of the most iconic. 81. The USSR basketball team won gold in Munich 72 with a last-second basket against the United States. 82. The modern pentathlon event was created by Baron de Coubertin to simulate the skills of a soldier. 83. The Nigerian football team won gold in Atlanta 96, defeating Argentina. 84. The Olympic flag has 5 rings because it represents the 5 inhabited continents. 85. The Great Britain curling team won gold in Chamonix 1924 in the first winter edition. 86. Gymnast Simone Biles has an acrobatic move named in her honor for its unique difficulty. 87. The Italian fencing team has been dominant for decades, winning numerous medals. 808. The 100-meter freestyle event in swimming is one of the most prestigious. 89. Beach volleyball debuted as an Olympic sport in Atlanta 96. 90. The Ethiopian athlete Abebe Bikila won the Rome 1960 marathon running barefoot. 91. The Netherlands field hockey team is one of the most successful in Olympic history. 992. The medal ceremony includes the national anthem of the winner's country and the hoisting of their flag. In 93, the Chinese artistic gymnastics team has been a powerhouse since the 80s. 94. The shot put event is performed from a circle, and the implement must land within a marked sector. 95. The Japanese judo team has accumulated more medals than any other country. 96. The Olympic torch for the Mexico 68 Games was the first to be lit by a woman, Enriqueta Basilio. 97. The Great Britain track cycling team has been dominant in recent editions. 98. The long jump event requires a perfect combination of speed and power. 99. The triathlon event mixes swimming, cycling, and running in a single exhaustive competition. 100. The Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games were postponed for 1 year due to the global pandemic, an unprecedented event. If you liked these 100 Olympic curiosities, subscribe for more incredible content, and now on your screen, you have 2 videos that you are sure to love.